What if we told you there's a dark side to Peter Parker? And no, we don't just mean his brief stint in the black suit. Let's look at the top 3 worst things Spider-Man has done, like when he literally just straight up unalives someone with a single punch. In the one-shot comic, Spider-Man vs. Wolverine, Spider-Man finds himself in Russia, attempting to find an old associate of Wolverine called Charlie, who's currently being targeted by multiple government agencies. Towards the end of the story, Wolverine decides the best course of action is to perform a mercy kill on Charlie before the KGB can torture her to death. Spider-Man disagrees with this solution, and the two have a pretty intense fight where Wolverine almost kills him. But suddenly, they're interrupted by gunfire from a helicopter, and Charlie, using this break in the fight as an opportunity, grabs Spider-Man from behind, causing him to instinctively turn and punch the woman with the full force of his strength, thinking Wolverine was attempting a sneak attack on him whilst distracted. Spider-Man turns and realizes it's not Wolverine he's punched, but too late, as she falls to the ground and dies. Whilst he didn't do it on purpose, Spider-Man's hands were forever stained by her death. But Charlie isn't the only woman that he's killed. What about eating not only your wife, but your aunt, too? Yep, Peter did exactly that. In his defense, he was a zombie, but still, that's pretty bad. In the 2008 one-shot, Marvel Zombies Dead Days, we get to see the very beginning of the zombie outbreak in the Marvel Universe. In this reality, Magneto summoned the virus from another alternate reality in an attempt to thin out the human population, and even out the playing field between them and the mutants. Right after the meteorite crashed into New York, the Avengers arrived on scene. They turned almost instantly, ripping apart any non-powered humans they could get their hands on. Spider-Man was bitten, but managed to escape, hightailing it back to his apartment, hoping to warn MJ and Aunt May so the 3 of them could escape together. Unfortunately, he turned quickly after arriving and ripped apart MJ and Aunt May in cold blood. A little later, he tracks down J. Jonah Jameson, exclaiming, "I'm going to enjoy this!" Honestly, I don't even blame him for that one. But did you know Spider-Man also almost killed a little girl? In the Superior Spider-Man comics, Doc Ock, perhaps one of Spider-Man's smartest enemies, is dying. He's got no chance of recovery and his fate is sealed. That is, it was sealed. He figured out a way to switch his consciousness into Spider-Man's body, essentially replacing Spider-Man and trapping Peter inside Ock's decaying body moments before he dies. Doc Ock actually gets away with this and takes over Peter's life, unknown to his friends and family. During this time, a small essence of Peter remained within the Superior Spider-Man, arguing with Doc Ock and guilting him for what he did. Since Doc Ock essentially merged with Peter, Peter's memories and feelings had a large impact on Octavius, influencing him to become a hero, or at least an anti-hero. Tired of Peter's constant talking, Doc Ock tracks down a device he can use to get rid of Peter for good. The only catch is that he has to perform surgery on a girl he injured as Dr. Octopus, saving her life and ensuring Peter's erasure. While Ock attempts the surgery, Peter's remnants attempt to stop Ock, which would mean letting an innocent little girl die, just so Peter could remain a phantom in a body he no longer controls. Ultimately, Peter helps Ock save the girl, allowing himself to fall victim to the device. In the end, Peter did the right thing, but he almost didn't, and killing a little girl, even if it is an almost, is pretty terrible.